Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is your girl Lynette from D.A.L.S Credit Solutions. I'm coming to you today to speak about building your business with government certifications. And this is a paid event, and I appreciate all that came in to gain some knowledge on what is it. Um, so I'll give people time to join, as they load the room. I deeply apologize. I was running a little late due to technical difficulties, and I'm recovering from a severe case of tonsillitis, so please forgive me. Um, Again, this is a live paid event for you to get access to understanding the dynamics of government certifications. What does it take? How is it that you can build on different areas of your business, retaining these certifications in order to grow your business, to do government within local, state, and federal contracting? As I begin this journey, roughly a year and a half ago, I started a credit restoration business that was sorry about that. I started a credit restoration business regarding um, building people's credit, personal and myself as well. I've marketed pretty well along with the help with many individuals and even individuals that I haven't even met, allowed me to go further in my business. So when we speak on government certifications, you must ask, how do you obtain them? How do you go about them? How do you make yourself so distinguished that you are able to do business with local, state, and federal agencies? It's a base called SAM. It's a um, federal regulator that stores information of individuals that show interest of possibly doing work with the federal government. Systems of Awards Management, www.sam.gov, allow you to place items within the database. When you place these items in a database, you go through several clearances. You go through an EIN clearance through the IRS. You also go through a clearance with the DLA to obtain a cage number. And the cage number is something that's valid, that you put on different solicitations to do business with the government. And what happens is once these clearances are completed, you are then eligible for a small business certification. This is a self-certification that you can get in any state once SAM is completed. In order to complete SAMs, is something you need is called a Dun and Bradstreet number. Dun and Bradstreet is a number that gives you a paydex score, also allows you to review individuals to view the company's business. So far as your credit, things that you have purchased, how your bank statements look, everything is within Dun and Bradstreet. So that's a step prior to completing your SAM, Systems of Awards letter. Once you complete SAM, you then want to, again, go through the processes, go through the clearances, and then come out with a small business. Now, this doesn't print as a small business. You have to go through your state's office of either Bureau of State and Businesses, things of that nature. I know in PA, we had to go through a self-certification, and our procurement team clicked the link, and then we um, was able to print out the small business certification. But what makes you distinguish and not have an identity of the rest is when you become diverse and when you have different certifications that will allow you to implement a, a brand that doesn't look similar or look like other companies. I've been in the credit restoration business for over a year, and I made sure that my brand didn't look as if anyone else's. So not only marketing makes it distinguished, but also the certifications do as well. So obtaining certifications of a third party can cost. Um, I was fortunate during the pandemic. I didn't pay anything for the simple fact everybody was giving out grants. So I was able to obtain, it's called the Minority Business Enterprise, and that's through the National Supplier of Minority Business Enterprise. And ours is stationed here in Philadelphia. And I obtained that certification. Then they have a woman business enterprise through the Women of Chamber of Conference that I obtained, along with the economically disadvantaged woman-owned small business and the woman-owned small business certification. I doing these processes, I you look at what certifications will be beneficial to you according to your scope of work. If you do finances, if you do credit, if you do real estate, if you do notary, I built my businesses based off, I've obtained my certifications based on my scope of work so I can remain marketable and be even more distinguished being in front of the federal government. A lot of times you see people with all these certifications and it means absolutely nothing to their company. You always want to be specific in your certifications. A man wouldn't get a woman business enterprise. A woman wouldn't go after, well, I disagree, a woman could go after any of them, but I will basically stick to what I know that's based off of my company. The way you distinguish your company as far as these certifications is called a North American Industrial Code. And these are called NAICS codes, NAICS, because it distinguish your company. NAICS codes are very, very important because when you have them, you can place them on your certifications and it allows you to market them as being a supplier of that individual area that your business specialize in. Um, One of my NAICS codes is 541999, and it as far as investigative services, the way I dispute things like that, it's so fortunate because I have been blessed to work and develop relationships throughout local, state, and federal government agencies. So you always have to build your business according to the scope of work that you do. That's so important. Certifications are broad. It's many of them. The goal is understand your brand, build your brand, and get your certifications according to your brand. For example, I didn't place all of them up. I have now obtained the B code LEED. Those that pay for it, if you put the questions in the comments, I will give you, the links and the sites of where I apply for these, and these are paid certifications. The B code, the LEED, I went after the green code, like an environmental safe practices code. I'm FEMA certified, an emergency management institution. My company is considered FEMA certified. So when you have an emergency, your company will be first to be viewed at. So you have to honestly distinguish an encyclopedia your brand. Many people wouldn't even think of a FEMA certification. Many people wouldn't think of, obtaining something like that. You have to understand we're in a pandemic. Everything's going to be an emergency. Everything's going to be fast. We're depleting the dollar. We're depleting, you know, goods. We're depleting basically everything, services, everything. So you want to make sure that your brand has the certifications that when the federal government needs products and services, and what your scope of practice, that you are available for the work. These certifications that I named, the one is about electricity, the LEED. It takes lights to operate the business. It takes energy to, grow the business, and it takes You know, you need to, if you have to restructure your home or anything, it gives discounts. It also gives discounts when you apply for grants, and grants cost maybe $150 to $200 to apply for. With this certification, it's waived. Don't look at a certification as if you can't use it. The Department of Transportation, the DBE, the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, I obtained that. I obtained the United States Department of Transportation certification, because if I'm going to be working with other states, why not consider myself, all around, all 50? So don't limit yourself. There are certifications, federal trade certification with, products and services. I had to look deep into that certification and say, hey, was it worth it? Well, I have a product that I can educate, a service that I can deliver within the education, and along with, you know, obtaining business with farmers finances, big corporations that's in the agriculture business. So then I went after that certification. Anytime you feel as though your company does not qualify, there's a 99% chance that it does. I'm building companies with skincare, real estate, photography, and clothing. None of them have anything to do with janitorial or security. And I'm preparing them to be contract ready. You build your businesses not just off of getting a LLC, a EIN, a DUNS number, and a elevator speech. Building companies come from building a brand within the vision that the one that started. You want them to have that avenue of endlessness. There's so many opportunities when it comes to diverse businesses. There's so many opportunities when you have an identity on who you are, and you don't even have to introduce yourself, but the unknown will. Make sure you always understand your certifications when you obtain them. If you want copies of the ones I've named, place them in the comments. I'll send you an email on the information. You guys take care. God bless. I love you. And the next session is December 9th, regarding certifications and the bonds of solicitations. So tune in and get more feedback. And remember, distinguish, not the ordinary. You guys take care and have a wonderful day.